Yo, what is happening? And today we are talking about Faddy diets, right? So if you're over the age of 30, there is a chance, a really high chance, that you have tried a Faddy diet, right? You've tried one of these crazy diets that you've seen maybe like in a magazine. If you're a dude, maybe it was Men's Health. If you're a lady, maybe it was in Women's Health or whatever magazine you're into. And, you know, some celebrity did it, changed their life, changed their energy levels. Yeah, it turned them into a millionaire overnight. Okay, I'm getting a little bit over the top, but yeah, you've probably tried some sort of Faddy diet. Now I think I tried some Faddy diets before this, but this is the one that sticks out for me, was the ketogenic diet. Now, when I first done it, though, you find that diets get these rebranding, right? They have different brands at different times. They sort of go through sort of like fashion cycles, if you like. And so, about 10 years ago, when I was in my early 20s, I think it might even been 20, 21, at uni, sponging student, and there was this idea that you could do the Caveman diet, and it would strip off fat, it would help you build muscle, it would improve your energy levels, it would improve your health, improve your gut health. Like, it pretty much did everything, including cure some serious, diseases, right? Like it was going to change your life. And if you were on death's door, then probably going ketogenic and doing this caveman diet would fix things, because the way you were eating was the reason that you ended up there, right? So I started doing the caveman diet. Why? Because I was 20 years old and I'd gained a little bit of weight because I was trying to get a little bit stronger, a little bit bigger for rugby. And yeah, I had some cushion, right? I had some cushion for the pushing, had some love handles going on. And I was like, it's time to solve this. And the best way to solve this is go back to my ancestral roots, right? Go back to what real men did, right? Real men back in the day, they just ate meat, they just ate protein, they just ate animal products and fat. If any vegetarians or vegans watching this, there was a lot of animals hurt during this time. Thankfully, it was only 3 weeks. And I'll explain that. So, did this ketogenic diet. Basically, like, at this point I'd done my first year of sports science, so I had like an understanding of the fundamentals of nutrition. I was learning about thermodynamics, I was learning about macronutrients, but also becoming a caveman just sounded more interesting. So, jumped into it, and yeah, lost, I think it was 13 pounds in 3 weeks, which is pretty good, right? 13 pounds in 3 weeks. Didn't feel the energy. Definitely didn't feel the energy. Felt very sad. Felt really sad. Energy levels crashed because I was doing like high intensity training with weights. And so, you know, you need carbs for that. And I am a carb fiend, Haribo fiend, sugar fiend. So yeah, I felt pretty lousy. But yeah, the weight was falling off. Like 13 pounds off in 3 weeks is pretty crazy, right? So, what happened? Well, one, I got put off chicken wings for life. Like, I still struggle to have chicken wings. Like, chicken wings are pretty tasty, but they're not as good as they were pre-ketogenic diet. Because I was a sponging student, I couldn't afford the breast. So I would go to like Iceland and buy these packs of chicken wings, barbecued chicken wings, frozen chicken wings. I think it was like £3 for like a bazillion, right? I probably killed 100 chickens in 3 weeks, maybe more. Like, yeah, they lost their wings and I ate them. And so, yeah, that was one thing that happened. Chicken wings ain't as enjoyable, 10 years on. And so I lost the 13 pounds. My strength and my physical endurance and all those things was lousy. It dropped hugely because I didn't acclimatise to going into ketosis and having a sort of low carb diet. I dreamt of chocolate, ice cream and sweeties. And then eventually when that fat student loan arrived, a month later, I consumed every carb that I possibly could in like a 24, 40 hour period. It was like crazy. It was like Domino's, ice cream, sweets, you name it. Just like everything was a carb. Everything that I dreamt of for the past 10 days, 2 weeks came crashing down. And then in the aftermath, I realised that I'd only lost still 6 pounds. But from that moment on, I kind of came full circle and realised that fad diets, you're never going to avoid the reality of fat loss, which is it's calories in, calories out. No matter if you're doing Slim World, if you're doing Weight Watchers, it doesn't matter what you do. The underlying fundamental principle is if you want fat loss, you must consume less calories than you burn off. There's no denying it, there's no avoiding it, it doesn't matter what you do. And so something like ketogenic diet or something like any fad diet is just finding a rule set that forces that calorie deficit on you. And in my opinion, with the way tech is now, like MyFitnessPal and all these things, you can scan barcodes, just do calorie tracking, do macro tracking if you want to get a little bit, a little bit more highbrow, right? Start doing macro tracking, working out your protein. That seems to be the new thing, 2023. It's high protein, this, everything. Like you go into the shop and it's like high protein cereal, protein this, protein that. Protein is beneficial, 100%. People should probably be, average person should be consuming more protein. But yeah, I don't think you need to be throwing protein into your Weetabix. Yeah, I think that, it's quite laughable when it says high protein on something like cereal, where, it's high, they get away with this because it's high protein cereal. So it's higher protein than normal cereal. So like 2 Weetabix is like 4 grams of protein without the milk. That high protein stuff is like 7 grams. Woo, 3 grams. And so it's kind of hypey. It just like sells stuff. So yeah, watch out for that as well. But yeah, the sort of lesson from this, I would like to sort of pass on, if I can pass a lesson on from my experience of doing a fad diet and doing the whole caveman thing, is yeah, you don't have to use these things. You can enjoy the foods that you like to eat and still get fat loss. So now, when I'm on a fat loss phase, I'm actually on one right now. I still have chocolate, I still have Haribo, still have takeout, still do these things. Yes, there is limits to what you can do. The lower your calories are for you to get fat loss, and this is mainly going to be for ladies that are sort of under, I would say 12, 13 stone and in more sedentary jobs and over the age of 40. Yeah, your calories are probably going to be around about that sort of 1,300 to 1,600 unless you become an exercise maniac to lose the pound and a half. So the flexibility there, it's a little bit more difficult to come by, okay? But it's still doable. There's still things you can do. You can still move your calories around. For some of the gents, like if the dudes listen to this, if you're over like 5'10" or 5'9" and you work out 3 times a week and you don't just sit on the couch, then you're going to be able to lose fat on probably somewhere between 1,800 and 2,400 calories, and you can move that about, times that by 7, scale that about the week, have more at the weekends, and good life, right? It's good living, and you can still get fat loss. So there's no need to be jumping on a fat diet. If you've been listening to that little stream there of my consciousness is going through calorie counting, and you're like, what are you even talking about? Then definitely get in contact, drop me a DM, drop me a little message on one of my socials, and I'll send you like a little nutrition guide, and it'll give you a good idea of how to do that, how to break your calories up through the week. That's not an issue at all. So yeah, if you're still listening to this and you're listening on Facebook Live, comment down below, #live. If you're listening to the podcast, then that's amazing. And if you're listening on the YouTube, then now's the time to hit the subscribe and the notification bell so that you can see more of my marvellous videos. Hopefully I'm getting better at doing this. It's definitely going to take some practice. So yeah, in conclusion, if you're looking for fat loss this year, try and skip the fatty diets and actually just learn the fundamentals of nutrition. Because if you learn the fundamentals of nutrition, if you take that extra little bit of time, you'll be able to eat foods you love and get results at the same time and set yourself up for the rest of your life, right? If you understand how to track calories, track macros, if you even do the extra little bit of learning and understand some micronutrients as well, you're going to improve your health. And it is just like such a massive return on your time investment for your body, for your health, for your energy, if you just learn about nutrition. And so, if you want to help with that, send me a message on one of the socials. I'll send you some guides and you can get stuck in and you can learn, I would say, enough to get fat loss and improve your situation in an hour. An hour of nutritional study will give you the ability to lose fat, understand what nutrition you're probably missing in terms of macros, and if you're smart, if you've got a reasonable brain, you can learn about macros in the next hour and you can start sorting your nutrition out and feeling better the next day. It's that simple. Anyway, catch you later. Ciao.